Hello, bonjour. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. The Château de Chenonceau is one of France's most iconic castles. Part fairy tale chateau, part feat of Renaissance engineering. It is called the Château de Dames, Ladies' Castle, because of the remarkable women who shaped its history. This Gothic and early Renaissance chateau is so elegant, spanning over the River Cher. The gardens of the Château de Chenonceau are masterpieces of landscape design, offering floral harmony and serene views between sky and water. The mistress and the wife of King Henry II fought over this special chateau. Today, please come with me to see a truly enchanting castle in the Loire Valley, France. Let's go! Allons-y! Arriving at the Château de Chenonceau feels a bit like stepping into a storybook. There is a slow build-up of anticipation before the chateau itself finally appears. The moment I step onto the grounds, my eyes are pulled in two directions at once. To the former gardens, where perfect geometry and bright flowers create a painter's palette of colors. And toward the arch bridge over the River Cher. The gardens aren't just beautiful, they are battlegrounds of history. I'll tell you this story in a bit. The gardens look so charming and lovely, but I'll go inside first before it gets too busy. Every part of the chateau is remarkable, but there are must-see features in the chateau. First, the river gallery is really the star of Chenonceau. The gallery is built directly over the River Cher, making Chenonceau the only chateau in France that spans a river. Originally constructed as a bridge by Diane de Poitiers in the mid-16th century, it was later enclosed and transformed into a gallery by Catherine de' Medici between 1570 and 1576. It is 6 meters wide and 60 meters long. The gallery was used for lavish balls, receptions, and royal festivities, including France's first fireworks display. Okay, let me tell you about history just like a soap opera. In the mid-1500s, King Henry II gifted Chenonceau to his beloved mistress, Diane de Poitiers. Diane was la maîtresse en titre, the official mistress of King Henry II of France. Diane wasted no time enhancing Chenonceau. She didn't just keep it as is, she poured money into it. She built a bridge over the river, created the magnificent Diane de Poitiers garden, and turned the estate into one of the most elegant in France. Catherine was Henry II's wife and queen, but during his lifetime she had little influence compared to Diane's dominance at court. Catherine reportedly resented Diane, not only because of her relationship with the king, but also because Chenonceau was a crown jewel property, and Catherine wanted it for herself. In 1559, King Henry II died unexpectedly after a jousting accident. After Henry's death, his widow Catherine de' Medici, now queen mother to her young son King Francis II, took it back. She forced Diane to give up Chenonceau in exchange for Château de Chaumont, a fine property but far less glamorous. Catherine built a two-story gallery atop Diane's bridge, creating the long river hall we see today. And she expanded the gardens with her own Italian-style designs. So, in short, Diane built a bridge, Catherine built a gallery, and the transfer of power over Chenonceau was a royal coup, with the queen finally triumphing over her longtime rival. Diane de Poitiers' bedroom is elegant, feminine, and refined, fit for the king's most powerful mistress. It is decorated with rich tapestries, a carved four-poster bed, and views over her own gardens. The fireplace is adorned with her initials, intertwined with King Henry II's. Catherine de Medici's bedroom at the Château de Chenonceau is decorated with rich dramatic colors and opulent tapestries. There is an unmistakable air of authority and historically significant space. I sense this was the domain of a woman who seized control of both the chateau and the French court after Henry's death. The drawing room of François Ier or Francis I is a richly decorated, almost theatrical space wrapped in Renaissance grandeur. It's called the drawing room, but in the Renaissance sense. This was a place for receiving guests of status, discussing court affairs, or displaying the family's wealth and taste. The room conveys a sense of power seamlessly blended with elegance. Louis XIV drawing room at the Château de Chenonceau is a splendid tribute to the grandeur of the Sun King's reign. The centerpiece of the room is a striking portrait of Louis XIV, painted by the renowned artist Hyacinthe Rigaud. The portrait is set in an extraordinary frame, made from 4 massive pieces of wood. The Five Queens bedroom is named after 5 royal women connected to France's history, all linked by marriage or blood. Clos of France, wife of Francis I. Mary Stuart, Queen of Scots and wife of Francis II. Queen Margot, wife of Henry IV. Elizabeth of Austria, wife of Charles IX. Elizabeth of Valois, daughter of Henry II and Catherine de Medici, who was a third wife of Philip II of Spain. Everywhere I looked, the decor whispers that this wasn't just a guest room. It was a symbolic space, celebrating the marriages that tied France to other thrones across Europe. The Gallery Medici sits on the upper level of Chenonceau, spanning the iconic gallery above the Cher River, and functions as an exhibition area. It offers a well-crafted presentation about the chateau's fascinating timeline, its architectural evolution, and the remarkable women who shaped its legacy. And it is available in both French and English. This place is just captivating. Built in the early 1500s, the chapel of the chateau is rather small, bright, and peaceful, with the tall stained glass windows casting jewel-colored light across the stone. It is a peaceful and serene place in the Château de Chenonceau. The kitchens of the chateau were built into the piers of the bridge over the River Cher. They have stone ovens, roasting fireplaces, a butchery, pantry, and bread oven. It's fascinating that supplies were delivered directly by boat in the old days. I'm just dazzled by the stories of each room and the history of Chenonceau. The gardens of the Château de Chenonceau are a breathtaking blend of Renaissance elegance, botanical artistry, and historical symbolism. On one side, there is Diane de Poitiers' garden, laid out in classic Renaissance style. Symmetrical lawns edged with neat boxwood, flower beds, and elegant fountains at the center. Surrounded by colorful blooms, the view from Diane's garden summarizes Chenonceau. Refined, balanced, and enchanting. From here, the chateau itself presents a majestic sight, framed by flowers and water. On the other side is Catherine de Medici's garden, smaller but more intimate with a slightly asymmetrical layout. It offers the best view of the chateau. Standing on the bank of the Cher River in Catherine de Medici's garden, the view of the Château de Chenonceau is absolutely stunning. From here, I see the chateau's graceful arches elegantly spanning the shimmering water, like a bridge. The chateau seems to float above the river, its reflection mirrored perfectly in the calm flowing Cher below. On the way out, I stop by the apothecary. The apothecary is filled with the shelves, lined with beautifully labeled glass jars, ceramic pots, and wooden boxes, each one holding herbs, powder, and remedies, used to treat everything from common ailments to more mysterious illnesses. It is a charming glimpse into the world of Renaissance medicine. Visiting the Château de Chenonceau is like stepping into an epic story, filled with powerful women, royal drama, and amazing history. You get to explore stunning rooms decked out with beautiful art and antiques, walk across that iconic bridge stretching over the river, and wander through gardens that feel straight out of a storybook. It is a must-see chateau in the Loire Valley. If you have enjoyed it, please do give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again next week. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my weekly videos. Thanks so much for watching.